Hi, my name is Adam King, and I'm the Executive Director of Compassion RX. I just wanted to provide an update about this channel and its future since it's been almost an entire year since we've developed a video. When I started Compassion RX a little more than a year ago, I had a broad vision for its future. And while attending graduate school, I've devoted time for school, my full-time job, and raising funds for all of Compassion RX's goals. Those activities have left me little time for doing pretty much anything else. I've put a lot of my life on hold in the hopes that life afterward would not just be better for myself, but for my community as a whole and even my profession. With everything going on in my life, 2020 arrived with a new virus infecting the world. And that additional stress of virtualizing school, my full-time job, and Compassion RX's fundraising was the last straw for my mental health. And I spent many sleepless nights trying to make sense of a new world paradigm that we live in today. I started Compassion RX because there are serious health disparities, and COVID-19 exemplifies and amplifies those health disparities, especially when you consider that half of the people of Michigan get their health insurance from their employer, and when they lose their job, they lose their health insurance as well, which means they lose access to health care. In fact, in a 2019 survey, the Kaiser Family Foundation found that 1 in 10 people still don't have health insurance, and that's even with the passage of the Affordable Care Act in 2009. Additionally, 1 in 4 people are considered to be underinsured, or more than 5% of their gross income of their house goes towards healthcare expenses. I'm one of those 1 in 4. 15% of my gross income goes to health insurance costs as well as my health expenses. In my hometown of Grand Rapids, those disparities are even greater than one would imagine in a community that experiences a very high wealth. The average income is lower than you expect. The median income in Kent County is about $44,000, and for a family of 4, that actually is less than 250% of the federal poverty level. 1 in 2 people surveyed in a community health needs assessment determined that cost was a barrier to accessing care. And to solve this issue, we're trying to form an independent charity pharmacy to serve the uninsured and underinsured people of Michigan. Compassion RX has 2 missions, though, and while it's important to make sure that access to care is important to Michigan residents, I also want to make sure that keeping our education, especially as pharmacy technicians, current is just as important. If, in fact, in the state of Michigan, if a pharmacy technician fails to meet their continuing education standards for their state license, they face a fine of $250 for a deficient hour of continuing education. And that's each hour they're deficient. So some people have had fines almost in the thousands of dollars. And that's an unsustainable problem, just as much as our healthcare crisis in this country is an unsustainable problem. So, to do all of these things, Compassion RX needs money. And I hope you take a moment and donate using the link in the description below. What we will be using that money for is to make Drug School, this channel, an ACPE provider of continuing education for pharmacy technicians as well as pharmacists. We would like to start an independent nonprofit pharmacy here in Michigan and roll out diabetes prevention classes in West Michigan. They exist today. They are more needed now than ever because 1 in 3 people are at risk of developing diabetes. So for the good news, as of the time of this recording, I finally graduated from graduate school. I do have my Master of Public Health degree. I was just awarded that last week. I've spent the first weekend after graduation recording some new content for Drug School and watching a boatload of hockey. It was nice to actually see some semblance of our normal life coming back. We've also gotten some new equipment. We did raise a little bit of money in the last year, so we have a new camera, which I'm recording this video with, and you can see this marker board behind me, and this marker board behind me will actually be featured in the next episode I release of Drug School. Keep in mind, though, we don't get grants for this stuff. There are no grants for this stuff. So we really need your help. And I hope you take the moment to donate to us. Thank you for being there while we continue to work to bring you quality content. And I want to hope that you subscribe for this channel and become aware of future episodes. Thank you.